And I'm like, okay, well, at least I'm on something comfortable. That's cool. Tommy went on the hardwood floor. Maybe this will be better. And then Andy starts, he says, or Navy guy, someone says, like, turn him on his stomach. They turn me on my stomach. They're like, pull his clothes up. And they pull my hoodie up. Because, again, I still have my hoodie and my cutoff on. Thought that was a huge advantage. Big miscalculation. They pull it up to my neck and bunch it up. And then Andy takes the bucket and dumps the water and ice on me. And I'm like, oh, shit. There's multiple things set in for me. My mask got soaked. Mm-hmm. So now I'm experiencing the breathing right away. My whole body's soaked. And there's parts of it that are fully exposed. My legs are basically I was wearing these exact shorts. My legs are basically fully exposed like this. My back is all exposed. I got ice on my back. And then the ice that tramped off me, they're kicking into me. And I feel them throwing it into me. And then my hoodie is soaked too. So now the water is just going to sit on my body and seep further into my mask through like a cold towel, which is not, but I'd rather just be bare ass back because it's way easier at that point because the water flows off and like I could take that all on my bare skin, the cold, I can take that all day. That's like and then he said, what's the capital of the United States?
Every country has a capital. Every country has a capital, and all I want to know is the capital to the United States.
I'm from Jersey. I was fucking retarded, so I don't know what it is.
I mean, I'm not debating right now your decisions as a New Jersey native. But I am still looking for the correct answer for the capital of the United States. You got that for me?
Well, obviously it's not Guadalajara. So, next best guess, Sioux City.
I appreciate your gumption, Mr. Dorey.
And so he's like, okay, you can sit. And he takes the ice pack like he had with Tommy. And can you pull up my Twitter real fast? And go down to, it was the first tweet I did yesterday. You'll see, scroll down, scroll down, scroll down, scroll down, scroll down, scroll down. A little more, scroll down, one more, right here. So you see Tommy with the ice pack on his back. That's exactly what they did to me on my back. And then up by where Tommy's head is, my hoodie and cutoff were pulled all the way up there. So my back was exposed. And actually, I have a picture of this. I can text it to you, Deef. They took one picture from the side on this. Miguel sent this to me this morning, so you can put this up. You can see what they did. And you got it on text right there. Should be coming. So, I have it on airplane mode, my bad. So they put it on my back, and that was fine. He's like, okay, well, you can sit and think about it. I'm like, okay, cool. And then it should be there, Deef.
I got it.
Okay. So that's it. So they have me sit there like that, but before they leave, dive team guy takes my head and turns it hard like this. And says, sit like that. And now my breathing is... And I realize, oh no, this was a pool.
Yeah.
The water all seeps that you're indented in it, so the water seeps down into your body and into the mask. So I'm sitting in a puddle. And I very quickly realize I am drowning in a puddle. If I sit here, I will drown. It's like if someone who is totally cognitively impaired lands in a puddle like this, and they're cognitively impaired, physically impaired, and they can't move, they will drown. Even though it's right here, they will drown because they are in a puddle. And so I then realize I got to hold my chin in this stress position up off the turf by an inch. And I could, and I'm breathing in water every time a little bit, but there's enough air coming. And so I had watched that Bin Laden documentary on Netflix a couple weeks before, and the ginger dude who took out Osama was talking about how, what the fuck is his name? Rob O'Neill.
Rob O'Neill.
He's talking about how on the helicopter ride to Pakistan, which was a 3-hour ride that night in the Black Hawk to Osama's compound, they were very concerned that once they got over Pakistani territory that they were going to be shot down. And so he decided that he was just going to count to pass the time. And he just started at 1. I forget what number he got to, but he knew that if he counted enough, like he could look up and he'd be like, "Ooh, we're almost there," or something like that. So immediately in my head, I said, "I'm going to count." And I didn't do it out loud, but I was in my head, 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, 5 Mississippi. And maybe like 2 minutes in, Andy comes over, he goes, "Looks really scared, really uncomfortable down there. You're shivering like crazy," because my body's like, it's moving like this. It's completely uncontrollable. Like you can't be like, "All right, calm the body, calm the mind." My body temperature's going down to like 93 or something like that. And I'm just like, and so he's like, "We can get you out of there, no problem. You just got to tell me what the capital of America is." And I was like, "Oh, fuck it, Sioux City." And in my head, I'm like, "Is that even a place? Like, I hope that's a place."
Yeah.
I remember, and then I asked him afterwards. I'm like, "Andy, Sioux City is a real place, right?" He's like, "Yes, that is a real place." I'm like, "Oh, okay." So I didn't make something up. But he's like, "That is not the capital, and it's not. So you can sit a while longer." Leaves in silence, and again, holding the chin up off the ground, like 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi. So then he comes back. He asks me again, and I don't know what the fuck I said. I'm shivering. And they're like, "Okay, stand him up." And so I'm not going to play the video on air, but I will play it so people can hear it. I have some of the raw audio. This isn't the audio on the mics. This isn't even good audio. Dre, the lead videographer, savage that he is, was around with his camera, and also in his left hand was sometimes videoing on the iPhone for like a behind the scenes, so it's not nearly same quality audio or visually, but it's pretty wild to watch. So let me just turn on my audio here so you can hear them moving me.
Very popular in the United States, of which I am asking you to explain the capital. And that term is waterboarding. Have you heard that term before?
Once or twice.
So we're not going.
So then he tossed, like he would take a big chunk of ice and toss it to me. When they're rolling me up on the mat, they're moving all the ice into me, and then they took a chunk of ice this big and stuck it between my calves, and my ass. So I'm kneeling on this chunk of ice, and then he's throwing ice underneath my balls, and they're putting all the water below. So you're sitting in an ice bath.
Jeez.
And your clothes are soaked all over you, so it's pulling you down more. And then, like, none of the delivery felt good, but when I saw that video back where he's like, "Are you familiar with that term, Julian?" And I'm just like, I'm sitting there shaking like this. I'm like, or he's like, "Have you ever heard that term before?" And I'm like, "Once or twice." So then this is you can hear the tone on Andy. This is the second one. Let me grab this.
I know you can't see Tommy right now, but if you could see Tommy right now, he's in a nice sweatshirt. He's not shaking.
You hear my breathing?
Yeah.
You can visualize that, right? Visualize how nice warm would feel right now. How nice dry would feel.
It's fucking great over there.
And then he starts.
Put the head forward, sir. This is your alternate.
So fucking Navy dive team guys he's got my hair in a ponytail and my like pulling it into a makeshift ponytail and is gripping the mask and turning it this way with the zip tie so that so that it would pull everything like when you see people get suffocated by a plastic bag in the movie, it's like that. And I'm breathing in complete water. It's soaked. So when you hear me like I'm trying to get air and I'm getting maybe 5% of oxygen. So my brain, I'm totally disoriented because my brain is not getting enough oxygen. And he's like, so he had him tilt me forward for that one, and he dumped the whole bucket. I didn't show it there. It's not in that clip, but he dumped the whole bucket on me. And then when they had asked me after this, well, I'll get to that, but dumps the bucket on me, and you can't, it's all dripped on. Like you can't breathe at all. And it's pretty damn close to being waterboarded. It's not full because he had my head forward and he didn't do it for 10 seconds, but I was already soaked. Like my mask was already soaked. I already had limited oxygen before we started this. And now it's just like, and I can hear a pin drop everywhere else. I do remember that. I could hear a pin. There's nothing. It's just fucking whatever. There was apparently like one camera guy down there like getting it up close. The other ones had different angles on me. There was one moving guy, but you just couldn't hear anything. And he's like, "What is the capital of the United States?" I'm like, "I fucking told you, it's Sioux City." Like, and he's talking shit. Like 20 seconds after the first waterboarding, I thought I got it a second time. And the reason I thought that is because Navy guy took my mask and pulled me up like this and made me breathe like that, complete water, for I don't know how long. It felt like a century. So I was disoriented later and thought that was one of the times I got waterboarded. Because it was like getting waterboarded again. They weren't pouring fresh new water on me, but he had me totally like, whatever. What is the capital? And I'm like, Sioux City or Guadalajara. Thank you guys for checking out this clip. If you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe and hit the like button on this video. It is a huge, huge help. And if you'd like to check out this clip's full podcast episode, that link is in the description below or right here. And finally, you can follow me on Instagram and X by using the links in my description below.